Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess and you can also find me on Instagram and on TikTok as Knit Plan Jess. A link in the description. So for my new viewers, welcome, and my returning viewers, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoy this. So I am going to be doing a Bujo setup video. This is what I'm going to be using for my Catchall Bujo for 2023. I have never set up a Catchall Bujo. I've dabbled in it, but yeah, I'm nervous. Like, there's a reason why I've been procrastinating on recording this video. So this video is going to be a mix of me talking live, and it's going to be a mix of sped up and voiceover as I actually put it together, because this thing is probably going to take a few hours total to record, and I don't want to put out a video that is a few hours long. It's just crazy talk. So I'm going to kind of go over what I have used and my intentions for the pages, and then we will actually start putting pen to paper, because I've mapped it out, I've sketched it out. Now is the time. So first of all, I am using an A5 dot grid notebook from Kuma Stationery. Kuma Stationery, I don't know if they're necessarily a newer brand, but I think that they're newer to the Bujo scene. I found them on Instagram, and I absolutely love this little hourglass design with their little Kuma. I think it's a red panda. I think so. I don't have the one with the little Kuma, but anyways, maybe I'll do like a little image right here of the Kuma Stationery's logo so you can kind of see the character. They are a wonderful company. I actually partnered with them. Like they accepted a proposal to partner with me on a giveaway, and yeah, I'm really excited to use their notebook next year because I think it's fantastic quality. So this is it. It is a dark blue linen with a little moon on the side and gold gilded edges. I love it. In the front, I put my name and this fun little cat. And then I'm also going to have this vellum from Archer and Olive, and then my name die cut, a sticky vinyl, whatever it's called. This Ashley J Plans made this for me. I'm going to have this inside, so it's going to be taped, and then this is going to be trimmed down. And then when you actually jump into the notebook, I have my grid spacing guide already created because I wanted to use this as I was creating the beginning layouts. And then I'm going to basically have a key, have a cover. We've got year at a glance, and I have them almost all set up. Like I mentioned, it's mainly taking pen to paper. I'm going to have a yearly goals page that's going to be divided up in 6 sections. And then we've got a future goals or a bucket list, a brain dump page, things to check out. I'm going to have a year in pixels and a cycle tracker, cycle meaning period tracker. Then it's going to jump straight into January, and from there I will have like my monthly going into a few pages. And so we are going to go ahead and do January setup for this video as well. And then it'll jump into the weekly layouts, but I'm not doing the very first layout for January yet. So I'm keeping it relatively simple, mainly because of the fact that I don't want to completely overwhelm myself. So usually for pencil sketches, I've just been using like a big mechanical pencil. I'm trying to find like the pencils that I like the most, but I do like to use the white erasers because I feel like these erase so much better. And then I have Tombow, the 772, which is Dusty Rose, and then 553, which I think is Mist Purple, but these are the colors that I will be using for my notebook. And then we have some Write-Tech fine liners. So I'm using size 01, 05, and 04. I have a couple of other sizes, but I think I'm going to stick to these because these tend to be my favorite. And then I'm also going to be using, let's show you these. These are some monthly stickers from Karina Loves to Plan. I'm going to be using these in it. And I am trying to go, there's a certain page where I kind of have like a few notes. Here we go. So my year in pixels is going to be these blues. So 451, 452, 493, 443, and 476. And then my period tracker, or my cycle tracker, is going to be using these three of the pinks. So 850, 761, 772. Basically, it's going to be like a range of emotions, and then whether it's light or spotting, regular or heavy flow, that sort of thing. And this is like my junk notebook sort of, where I just write down ideas, draw out like sketch spreads, layouts, whatever you want to call them, just for kind of notes or, you know, test things out. But all right, let's go ahead and get started. I think I'm thinking about saving the cover for last. So you will see the cover done last, but I will be starting out with the key. Also, I apparently got something on that and I didn't even realize. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start sketching this out. I will speed it up because I'm not going to be talking during it in live, but I will be doing a voiceover afterwards. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my very first official Bujo notebook setup. And now's the time to switch over to voiceover while I actually speed up the process of how I created this, because who wants to sit through a 3-hour video? So I don't come to you with years and years of advice. Instead, I'm coming to you as a newbie who is showing you how I am setting up a simple Bujo to work for me. So we start with my key. This is basically the icons, what they mean, because these are going to help me keep everything straight in my bullet journal and be able to separate a task from an event or a task from a shopping, and that will also help me with my habit trackers as well. By the way, if you don't have a little desk vacuum, please pick it up because it is the most fun thing in the world. I love using it to clean up any type of mess, or especially eraser, like the little eraser sheddings. Yeah. But anyways, so now we come to my year at a glance. This is basically where I am setting up monthly calendars and a space to be able to track birthdays or events that are going on each month. I created a Dutch door because I really wanted to be able to see my year at a glance header no matter where I was in the months. And I love the look of a Dutch door, so I knew I had to include it. I knew that I had to use stickers for the months because my hand lettering is not that pretty, and sometimes stickers just make everything go a little bit faster. Oh, and I used Tombow for the color header because I just wanted to bring in that pop of color. Once I was done with those, I cleaned it up a little bit, trimmed down some stickers, and then I needed to actually adhere down the words. So all of these words were written on a separate piece of paper. That way I could be able to make sure that I was happy with how they turned out before I putting them into my planner. I probably should have done that when I went to do the calendar because I kind of messed up the stamp. These stamps were definitely a learning curve. I ended up cutting out January, and then when I went to stamp February, you'll see that I kind of realized that I probably should have blocked out some of those numbers because there is not 31 days in February. So after this, I kind of just decided that maybe I should just stamp all of the months and cut them out and then put them into my Bujo, which it really didn't go as well as I was hoping, and I actually ended up doing most of that off camera. So having to do all of these on a separate piece of paper kind of gave me the idea that maybe for my social media Bujo, I need to use actual stickers. So I found a 2023 calendar printable on Etsy, and I printed it out on clear matte sticker paper. So for my social media, I will not be using stamps for my calendar. And I will probably never use stamps for a yearly setup calendar again because that was a pain in the butt. So now we move on to my yearly goals page. My yearly goals is super simple. I just wanted to put in my header and then give myself 6 boxes in order to have 6 categories and allow myself some space to write out a few goals for the year. So I don't think that I'm going to be using a Bujo for a goal setting journal or a goal setting planner, mainly because I don't know how to build it in order to provide the structure that I need. So right now I'm trying to decide which planner that I want to use. I have a couple thoughts, but I will give you the official update during my final 2023 planner lineup video. So now it's just basically adding some color to the headers, and this is where I will write in the actual header over the color. I just love the little pops of color. Now we're moving on to my future goals, which is kind of like a bucket list for anything 2024 and on. And then a brain dump page, and this is going to be for anything that is 2023. That way I have places to just jot down notes that I can be able to keep in mind for the future. And these were just super simple. Also, I love the pop of color with those headers. All right, now we come to the things to check out page. This is a page that I can just be able to write down notes of TV, movies, and books that are either released that I want to check out or that is coming up later in the year. This is especially helpful for me for books and for movies. I don't watch a lot of TV, but every now and then there's a new show that I want to check out. So you may notice that the rounded corners have been a recurring theme in not only my Catchall Bujo, but also my Reading Happy Planner. I really just love the look of it. Now we are coming up on my year in pixels and my cycle tracker page. I opted to go with a yearly view for both of these as opposed to a monthly view, mainly because I figured that it would be nicer to keep it all in one place. And to be honest with you, I didn't want to keep up with both a yearly and a monthly tracker. But these was just super simple. I just created a graph rectangle, 31 days, 12 months, so then that way I could be able to color code it. I will kind of give you a heads up that I actually ended up only creating 30 columns, mainly because I miscounted. It happens, and I did not realize it until I went to actually record my flip through. And then I realized that I forgot to number up the days, and then I went to number up the days, and it turns out I only had 30. One thing that I have learned whenever I'm creating these yearly tracking boxes is I like to create a full box and then just black out the days that are not needed. I've done them in the past where each column was a different had a different number of boxes depending on how many days that was in it, and to me it just didn't give it a really cohesive look. So that's one reason why I just went ahead and created a full box and just marked out the days that will need to be blacked out, and then I just take my Tombow. I'm taking like one of the blacks because I think they have 2 blacks, which to me is so strange. But anyways, I just take my Tombow black and I just color it in. And to me, it just looks so much cleaner and so much prettier this way. But again, when you're creating your Bujo, you can be able to do literally whatever you want to do, because really the most important thing is just making sure that you're happy with it and it works well for you. So my year in pixels has 5 different colors of blue. I tried to go ranging from light to darkest based on the colors that I have. And then it basically means sad to happy and all of the ranges in between. All right, now we come to my monthly setup. So this was super simple, where I just used the Bujo monthly kit for January. This came from JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop. And then I decided to put a quote on the other page. I was really stuck on what I wanted to do for the quote. And then I started searching Canva and I found this really fun quote. So I decided to use this. It's snarky and it truly is like something that I would say. So I thought that that was fun. And then I just used some of the little decorative stickers from her Bujo monthly kit around the page. And then of course I just cleaned it up with my scissors. And then we're moving on to my monthly page. So the way that I created this page was I wanted to be able to have a monthly calendar that was functional. I don't necessarily use my monthly calendar in my regular happy planners, but I knew that I wanted to change that and I want to get into the habit of using the monthly calendar in my Bujo. Because I love looking at it visually to see what's going on. However, I'm not one to really decorate it a lot, so it was really important for it to be functional. So the decoration primarily comes from the washi stickers from the JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop monthly Bujo kit. I just put it up towards the top because that's where I had the room, and then trimmed away the flowers so they're not going into my monthly calendar. Overall, I really, really love how it looks. And then I have a section to use for bills, notes, and tasks. The monthly calendar to me is like one of the things that you kind of have to figure out how to make it work for you. I know some people who like to have a lot of decoration and a lot of function, but I wanted minimal decoration and lots of function. So now we come to my final 2 pages of my bullet journal for my monthly. These are just rounded corners with space for colorful headers. I am doing a brain dump on the left page along with a habit tracker, and then the right is a meal ideas. It's just super simple, but space to allow me to be able to jot down notes and ideas and just have space to write. So what was really funny is that when I did those, I actually realized that I didn't leave myself space on my monthly calendar for those boxes in order to have a colorful header. So I just ended up coloring the side and the top of the boxes. So just fill in the headers, write in my habits, and the next portion of the video, you will see a complete flip through. All right, you guys, after who knows how many hours of recording, who knows how many hours of sketching, mapping it out, I am thrilled to say that my Catchall Bujo is officially ready to start using for 2023, and it is ready for the very first weekly spread of 2023 for January. So let's go ahead and do a flip through. Just because I do very much so compare myself to others. I may constantly remind you that this is intentionally a very simple Bujo spread. You know, I feel like I made a lot of rookie mistakes, but I'm really excited about this, and I really hope that you know, you are inspired by this. So we start out, or again, this is the Kuma Stationery A5 dot grid notebook. Open it up to a piece of this fun Halloween 2-headed cat vellum from Archer and Olive. This came from their Halloween box. And then a vinyl sticker with my name, just because I wanted something fun, and I love this vellum so much. And then the Kuma Stationery name page. So I have my dot grid. I went a little complicated with the dot grid, mainly, again, rookie. This is my first bullet journal, but I wanted to have all of those measurements. 2024, it may be a lot less, but I got to see how I'm going to be using this. And then I have my key, the icons, and then what they're all going to mean. I have the Tombow numbers for my year in pixels and my cycle tracker. And then also underneath of it, I have the numbers already swatched for the two main colors that I'll be using. And then as I introduce more tombos in here, if I'm going to be using them consistently, I will include them on this page as well, most likely underneath of these. And then my yearly cover page, I was stuck at what to do. Like I'm not an artist. I honestly don't like to draw, and I don't really want to learn how to draw. Like, it's just not something that interests me. So, which is why I tend to use stickers. So I decided just to go ahead and put in 2023, and then I might kind of just add in stickers throughout the year, just as inspiration strikes. Like this, I want to see what this looks like at the end of the year. But then we come to my year at a glance. Again, I made a few rookie mistakes, but I'm actually going to be making some changes on how I do the calendars for my social media one, which has not been recorded yet, or it's been mapped out, it's been sketched, but that's it. But anyways, I have this set up as 2 per page. It is a Dutch door, so I have a little flip through for each month. I can be able to just write down birthdays. I can be able to write down events, just things that are going on that I need to keep in mind. And I really love how this turned out. And then we come to the yearly goals. So this is where I'm going to designate each box to be a separate category. I have not confirmed what those are going to be, but I'm thinking maybe like fun, personal, work, reading, wellness, finance. Did I say finance already? I don't know if I did. But yeah, so that's kind of just like the idea. This will be confirmed once I do my final 2023 planner lineup video before the beginning of January, so you'll be able to see it then. But basically, I'm just going to write down just a couple of goals that I would like to meet, and then that way I can be able to figure out how I can break them down throughout the year. And I'm thinking about using a separate goal setting system because I'm not sure that I know how to properly set it up for Bujo. And I might need something a little bit more structured, but I want to at least have them written in here so I can be able to look at them in the future. And then we come to just 2 simple functional pages, a bucket list, which is like a future goals. So 2024 and on, I'm just going to write down notes and then brain dump anything that's going to be going on in 2023 that I am not going to be putting down in my monthly calendar. That's going to go here. Then we come to the things to check out. This is basically TV shows, movies, and books that I want to check out. So anything coming up for the year, maybe it's already released, that sort of thing. And then my year in pixels and my cycle tracker. I will be 100% honest that this was one that even when I sketched it out with pencil, I still made a stupid mistake and I had to go back in and fix it. I'm not too pleased with myself about that, but in the end, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter because I'm going to make it work. So year in pixel is my mood tracking. Instead of doing it like a monthly, I'm just having one yearly. And I have 5 different shades of blue going from light to dark for sad to happy. And then my cycle tracker, this is just basically to track my period each month, the light days, regular days, and heavy days. And it'll be really interesting to see how my cycle correlates to my mood, which is why I intentionally did them over a 2-page spread. And then that's it for the year. So now we come to the month. I decided to use these are Bujo monthly kits from JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop. Link is in the description. Just 15 for 15% off. But basically, one page had a calendar on it and then some decorative stickers that I used. I did not use the boxes. And then I decided to put in a really fun, snarky quote that I found online for my January quote. So, dear New Year's resolution. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Sincerely, January 2nd. I cracked up when I saw that. I was like, that is perfect. And now I'm kind of thinking that every month I really want to do like a fun snarky quote that correlates with that month. And then we come to my monthly calendar. This does have to be dated up, but I'm going back and forth between using stickers or writing it in. So this will be ready by the end of the year. But I also use more stickers from JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop for her monthly kit, because it also came with a sheet that had 2 washi strips and then functional boxes and decorative. So decorative right there, washi strips right there. I love how it turned out. Full disclosure, I realized after I put the stickers down, I covered up my space to be able to write in the days of the week. Rookie mistake. But in the end, it really doesn't matter, because I know that it's going to be Sunday through Saturday. That's how I like my monthly calendar. Then I have a space for bills, a space for notes, and a space for tasks. This way it can be super functional. Then I have 2 functional pages, habit trackers, where I'm going to be doing no junk, hydrate, like no junk food, hydrate, no fast food, skincare, and no spend. So 31 days for January. Again, I made a silly rookie mistake, but it was easy to fix, and in the end, it's not going to impact the functionality of it. Then I have a section for brain dump. I'm kind of thinking that this is going to be, like, I could do a section where it's a brain dump of anything that I know is going on for that current month, so for January, and then even at the bottom I can include things for February. And then we have a section for meal ideas, because I want to come up with different, or I want to find different recipes, just because I get bored of cooking the same thing every single week. So I might kind of divide it out where I do breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner, but I haven't fully confirmed how I want to break it up. And honestly, that's it for the month. I tried to keep it super simple, and because it's just going to immediately go into my weekly pages. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to bring in more pages for future months, but this is what I'm starting with, because my intention for the bullet journal is to keep it as something that is going to work for me. And by bringing in a whole bunch of pages that I may get overwhelmed with, that's not letting my bullet journal work. So there we go. We are done. I'm excited to use this. And yes, I'm excited for my next Catchall Bujo, which will be my next Catchall Bujo video, which will be the one where I set up my first weekly spread of January. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And yeah, if you like this video, and if you are excited about more bullet journal content in 2023, give this a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed, I would seriously adore it if you could go ahead and subscribe. That way my videos will show up in your feed, so you can be able to catch them at your leisure. Or if you want to get notified when I post a new video, click that notification bell. Thank you guys so much. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Also, I think that's Vinny's hair on my notebook. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on my next video. Thank you. Bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.